welcome to the first ever live Commuting with Kevin, which is a little bit of a heart pounder for me because we don't get to do second takes in live, which is normally what I do in the car when you guys watch me driving around filming Commuting with Kevin. So this is a little bit different for me because I can't just shut it off and film again. So we're live, and I am very, very excited to be joined by Ben Conard, and Ben is our CEO for a month for Adecco North America.
Yep.
Is that correct?
That's right, Kevin.
So I'm fascinated by the whole program itself, and from what I understand, you were picked out of 17,000 applicants. And you all had to swim 6 miles in the ocean, or no? That didn't happen. Okay.
Not quite.
So talk to me about the program. What did you have
Sure.
to do to set yourself apart from 17,000 other people?
I think first and foremost, we had to have a kick-ass resume.
Okay.
That really stood out. And then we did a few interviews on the phone until they whittled it down to just 9 of us.
Okay.
And they invited us to to Adecco's headquarters in Jacksonville, Florida, for a 4-day intensive boot camp.
So 17,000 people applied. 9 were selected to come down for a boot camp.
Right.
Okay, that's I'm a ratio guy. I understand how that works. That's 9 out of 17,000 is pretty impressive.
Pretty tough odds.
So
Yeah.
talk to me about the boot camp.
Sure. So, we did literally everything at this boot camp, from an Italian cooking class competition to teaching 60 Adecco internal colleagues how to do yoga. We learned how to code from preteen girls in the local Jacksonville area.
Coding computer
Coding
coding.
robots. We did a robot competition.
Okay.
We even did 6 a.m. boot camp training on the beach, of course, with a real trainer.
But not 12 miles of swimming.
No,
Okay.
it was not.
All right.
It was calisthenics and some good hardy workout right on the beach.
Very nice. And that was 4 days, you said.
4 days worth of these crazy challenges. We did an escape room altogether. All 9 of us had to get out.
Okay.
We were the first team ever to get out
Nice.
properly.
Awesome. And then from there, were there interviews? Were you interviewing with people internally from Adecco, C-level executives, just in terms of a face-to-face interview setting?
We had a lot of one-on-one interaction with the colleagues at Adecco during this time, but most of it was actually team activity. So we would be working in small groups, in little competitions, working together and seeing who would come out successful and winners.
Okay.
But in the end, it was really about how you work in that team.
Okay. So talk to me about a time in amongst those 4 days that you were nervous. What was hard for you? What scared you a little bit?
I think the hardest challenge we met with the HR department, and our challenge was to come up with an idea to increase Adecco's retention rate. So we had to work with HR to find out, why are we losing internal colleagues more quickly than we'd like to, and what innovation can we introduce to change that. Came up with a really cool, quick and dirty pitch. We were writing on large Post-it notes on the wall, and then all of a sudden they said, get in the elevator, press 7, and they'll meet you there. And we didn't know who they were
So
until
all
we got
7
there.
of you were doing this?
Yes,
Okay.
in again, little groups, little teams. And we hit the elevator, we get up, and we're thrown into a boardroom with the entire C-suite of the Adecco group.
And did each of you have a portion that you were going to talk about?
Exactly. So each of us had to take a part of the pitch that we wanted to pitch to the C-suite. But it was incredible because we were, in a sense, we were really tearing down what we currently do at Adecco so that we could rebuild it in a way that increases retention rate. And I have to say, it was pretty damn scary to tell the current CEO of North American Adecco what they're doing wrong and how we, some 20-something-year-olds, can fix it.
Yeah. And they're
that got my heart racing.
Yeah, I bet that's kind of hard. Very cool. So how you went through the 4-day boot camp, then what happened?
Then they selected a winner at the end.
So at the end of it, everybody's up on stage like American Idol.
Pretty much.
Was Ryan Seacrest up there? Or?
It was Federico Vioni,
Okay,
current CEO.
He's kind of like Ryan Seacrest.
Sure.
Yeah,
Lots
I've met
of
him.
great qualities. Yeah.
Okay. And so they said, Ben Conard's our winner, and fireworks go off. And
they actually did have a plane with like skywriting.
No way.
Showing it was like Adecco Group CEO for 1 month.
Do you think you could get me that guy's number so we could do like a Commuting
Absolutely.
with Kevin
Yes.
plane? I've
We'll
always
need
wanted
that
to do
right
that.
after
Yeah,
this.
just across like the beach in Miami. Not right now, because that would be very dangerous.
Sure.
What was going to be my next question? So you were awarded that. Did you immediately then start your CEO for
Pretty
a month
much.
journey? Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, it was the end of May that we had this boot camp,
Okay.
and then June 1st, flew down to Jacksonville again,
Okay.
and started this wild ride of a month.
Talk to me about the wild ride.
It was 30 days, 1 month,
Okay.
But I traveled 11 cities in those 30 days, and it was really nonstop. I would say I had a true CEO schedule.
Okay.
It was always on, in all different meetings, on phone calls, presenting, workshopping with different brands, visiting a lot of the different brands across the Adecco group.
Okay.
Most of their leaders, but also sitting down with the recruiters and sitting down with the account executives and actually learning about how they operate every day,
Yep.
what challenges they're facing, what can I report back to HQ, positive feedback, and how can we make this better for them? What resources are they missing that we, the Adecco group, can actually support them with?
Okay. Very cool. What was your favorite, not city, but favorite adventure, favorite thing that happened during that month?
Oh man, you're gonna make me choose. I'm pretty sure.
I thought you were going to say I was going to make you cry.
I'm-
Because I could do that too.
I'm pretty sure I told every city that I visited, every group, that they were my favorite.
You hear this? You guys hear this?
Well, that's because it just got better and better. So really, I wasn't lying the whole time, but I had such an amazing
So the
month.
city that you had come to was your favorite at that
Exactly,
point.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I have to say I had a really impactful time with the president of Special Counsel in D.C., Lori Chamberlain. I had 4 days with the DC team, and
Lori and I go way back.
Yeah.
She's been on the show
I've
before.
seen her on the show. I've seen the episode where you interviewed her.
Yes, she's great.
She is awesome.
Yeah,
so
that's always an impactful adventure with
it
Lori.
was.
So.
It was, and I also got to go to the SHRM, the Society for Human Resource Management conference in
Vegas. Yeah, boy, I
with
bet
the
that
Aslan
sucked.
and accounting principals team, and we had a blast.
So you're with Tisha and Laura and that whole crew.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very good times. So you were doing that, traveling all over the place for 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
The month ended, which would have been the end of June.
Right.
And yet it's August and you're here in our Chicago office.
Can't get enough, you guys.
So talk to me about sort of what your adventure is right now. What
Sure.
are you trying to learn now?
So actually, right now I am the U.S. Adecco CEO for 1 month
Okay.
candidate, and Adecco has headquarters in 46 countries. So I'm now competing against 45 other candidates from around the world
Okay.
representing different countries for the global CEO for 1 month position. And so that would be probably 11 countries in 30 days if I were to win that far. But right now we are vying for the top 10 spots to do a global boot camp, very similar to what we did
Okay.
in Florida.
And you said that was in
On a global
Germany,
scale.
right?
This year hosted in Germany. Yep.
Okay. And who votes on these 46 to 10?
So the past 2 or 3 months we've had 8 remote and virtual challenges that we've been submitting to Adecco in Zurich
Okay.
for their review to see maybe who would be the best candidate for the boot camp and beyond.
Can you talk about those challenges?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a challenge. Not me. I don't
Sure,
want a challenge.
yeah.
This is a challenge.
Could use your help.
Yes. I bet.
So we had to create, for example, an advertisement for Adecco as if it were the year 2030. So what is really the future of work looking like for Adecco,
Okay.
and how are we going to really adapt to that? We came up with an innovation project that would find hidden talent pools around the world. Because we are in a candidate-driven market,
Mhm,
we need
very.
to find talent in places that we wouldn't expect it.
Yep.
So they've definitely been using us for our really fresh and a new perspective and new ideas into the organization. We've also had to do some really introspective work. We had to do what was called the Astonishment Project, which is really identifying things that in our month surprised the hell out of us and we weren't really expecting to see.
Okay.
So they want to see how we responded to our month and our time with Adecco, but also if we could really come up with some powerful stuff.
Some self-awareness stuff there too.
Yep.
Like, what did I learn? What did I see? What struck me?
Exactly.
So you got to dig into the feelings a little bit then.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you a little bit.
Sure.
You're from the East Coast,
I am New Yorker, Long Island area.
Long Island area.
Yep.
You went to State University of New York in
Geneseo.
which is where?
Western New York, 45 minutes south of Rochester, if you know
Okay.
Rochester.
My family owns a cottage in the Adirondacks.
There you go.
So I'm very familiar with that area. That's why I asked.
Yep. It's in a county with more cows than people. So people hear you went to school in New York.
Did you count them?
Yes.
So somebody told you that.
No, I mean, you can see them. You can smell them.
It's just right there, yeah.
They're just all over.
Very cool. And you are from there. You went to school there. You also have this other, there's two cool things about you that I want to talk about.
Okay,
the first one is you are the CEO and president of a chocolate company.
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have some chocolate right here that if my wife is watching is probably going to want me to bring home.
Sure. It's yours.
So we've got the cinnamon almond and the goji berry. Is it goji?
Yeah.
From 5 North Chocolate.
Yep.
So talk to me about 5 North Chocolate.
Sure. Honestly, as a
Can I open this?
Yeah, please
right
do.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pressure's on.
Because this is like a live taste test.
It really is.
Yeah, and I don't hide how I think very well on my face.
Okay, be honest.
It's all on my sleeve.
Be honest. I've heard it all, so that's fine.
All right, so 5 North Chocolate. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I was honestly a naive college student who thought I could change the candy industry. I did not like the idea that candy and chocolate were considered guilty indulgences, so I wanted to change that. And I did that creating a healthy and guiltless chocolate snack. So we support farmers around the world through fair trade certification, so we're fair trade certified.
Okay.
The first ingredient in our chocolate is cacao. Cacao is the healthy part of chocolate that actually is high in antioxidants. Our chocolate is low in sugar.
Yep.
Cacao is good for your gut, it's good for your skin. They say it prevents cancer. I mean, endless benefits for this superfood. So I wanted to really focus on that.
It's good.
Excellent.
It's great. I really like it. It's really good, and I
Love
would
to
tell
hear
you
that.
if I didn't.
Good. And so
yeah.
we also wanted to do flavors that have some added health benefits to them. So we use raw organic almonds and raw dried goji berries. And then our best-selling flavor, which I don't have for you today, is pistachio sea salt.
Pistachio sea salt.
Yeah.
All right.
And that is definitely our best seller by far.
Very cool. So that is 5 North Chocolate.
This is my full-time gig right now. I've been exploring some work and some opportunities within the Adecco Group, which has been really fun and different for me. The Adecco Group is the corporate world. It's it's a big company, and I am not.
Yep.
I'm really in the lean startup, one-man show world.
Okay.
So seeing both ends of that spectrum has been really rewarding for me.
Very cool. So will we see you on Shark Tank soon? Do you want to go ahead and pitch me right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think I've got like $15.
Excellent.
If you want to give me like 30% of the company.
Yeah.
Because that's, I don't know what the valuation on that is, but it's probably pretty low. Yeah.
That's about as much inventory as I have in my backpack right now.
So you're out. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Ben's out.
Yeah.
So the second thing I want to talk about, and this is something that I have no talent in, and there's a lot of things that I have no talent in.
Yeah.
This one might be the worst, and that would be you are for lack of a better term, professional juggler.
Right?
Is that, can we say that?
Can absolutely say that. I'll take that title.
And you use juggling not only as something fun to do, but something to help focus yourself.
Yeah.
So let's go back and talk, where did the juggling come from?
Again, naive college student. This is the best place to find out who you really are.
Yes.
I joined our juggling club on campus.
Okay.
And quickly became the president of it because I truly loved and believed in the power of juggling.
Okay.
So I actually taught hundreds of students how to juggle.
Okay.
And why it's good for you. So I've been juggling since college, every day. And juggling is not only a fun party trick, gets people's attention, it can really kind of rile up a crowd, but it is also really good for you. So helps with your hand-eye coordination.
Yep.
It is a great relaxer, kind of helps you focus and concentrate on something other than what you were just doing. And they say it even helps prevent Alzheimer's by connecting some cells in your brain and decreasing the gray matter in there. So, there are really, like chocolate, there are endless benefits to juggling, and so I've been wanting to kind of share that and spread that among people who could really use it, and where better than an office space where people are working hard every single day to provide results, and to bring them a new trick to being healthy.
So we're going to be doing a juggling, what are we calling that?
Workshop.
Let's call it. This afternoon, and I can tell you with 100% assurance that I will be the worst.
And that is okay, Kevin.
So do you think that if I gave you 3 of these 5 North chocolates, could you juggle the 3 of them and toss each of them into your mouth as you juggle?
That would be a really high pressure stake on this live stream.
On live stream?
I have a set of juggling balls with me. If you want to do a quick little lesson, we could. Or
Now,
we could wait till 3:30.
We should wait till 3:30, but there's probably somebody on the live stream. I don't have access to comments because this is the first time I've ever done this. There's probably all sorts of comments like, ask him this and do this.
Yeah.
I can't see that. So this whole thing may have had no sound. And we wouldn't know it right now.
Hope you guys can read lips really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody would have come in by now and said, "Hey, we can't hear anything." Yeah, by the way. So I will definitely get better at the live action on here. Yeah. But I also there's a third thing about you that I think is really important.
Okay.
But to talk about this, I think it's important that we have a visual aid here.
Oh, brother.
Well, there's 2 forks. So today is Ben's birthday, and we have I think it's like 2 sheet cakes over here. It's like the biggest cake I've ever seen. Yeah, somebody told me I should eat the rest of it. So happy birthday, man!
Thank you,
do you
Kevin.
Want a piece of cake?
I actually had one before.
Yeah. Do you want another one?
I do want another one.
All right.
It's really good cake.
It is really good cake. There's a fork for you.
Thank you so much.
So now,
we can be messy.
Did you bring any milk?
I did not.
Do you drink milk?
Sure.
Okay.
Do we have some in the kitchen?
Probably not.
Okay.
All right. So we're just gonna have to eat cake and drink water.
We're in a city. We can probably find
some milk. So, well, I think this is tailing off a little bit because we're talking about milk and cake, which I'm okay with, but other people might get bored. And I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm excited about the juggling activity this afternoon.
Me too.
Ben and I are lucky enough to be going to the Chicago Cubs game tonight.
My first Cubs game.
Your first Cubs game, first game in Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
Ben Zobrist is back, and he's starting for the first time in 4 months. Wilson Contreras is back tonight. He's been injured. I know you don't know anything of what I'm talking about right now. That's okay. You are getting to go to probably one of the cooler games of the season because of the 2 players that are going to be back in the lineup tonight.
Cool.
That means a ton to me. I saw it on Twitter today, and I'm texting my wife going, Zobrist is back tonight.
Excellent.
So you'll get to see something cool.
Good.
We're going to go to dinner. We'll have a good night, and I will report back to everybody tomorrow. I think you're going to a couple other of our companies in Chicago this week.
That's right. Yeah, 6 of your Adecco offices.
Wow,
here
in Chicago.
Yep.
So when you leave here, this will be your favorite city.
Of course.
Okay.
Already
all right,
is.
Good. Chicago, Ben's favorite city. We'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.